Hello, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful podcast, Amazing, Beautiful You. And today you are joining me via live and via voice outside in Colorado. Today is just a beautiful day. We've had a lot of just stormy clouds and just snow and rain just mixed within all of it, and it's just been cold, and so we've not had a lot of sun. So now it's been wonderful just to have a little sunshine, and I brought my little table out here and sitting outside and just soaking up some sun, vitamin D, and just working. And it's just been wonderful and nice. So if you're new to our my podcast, thank you for joining me. My podcast focuses on women and business owners and moms all going through just the challenges that we have daily, stress and just the chaos, and also celebrating wins and just being real and authentic. A lot of times we run into people and we don't know if that's really them or if it's just their act that they're putting on, but you will not get that from me. I am definitely 100% real and authentic, and I really enjoy, and I was called to do this podcast. So I'm so thankful. So thank you for joining me today. Um, Today's podcast is something that has definitely resonated for me having a business. Um, I feel like we just get burnt out. So um, we're going to be discussing something that's not always easy to admit, and that's falling out of love with your business. We're going to explore why it's okay and sometimes just essential to fire yourself, which I've done plenty of times, and to share practical ways to rekindle your passion and your purpose for your business. So if you're listening and you have a business, how many times have you fired yourself already? How many times have you rehired yourself? It's okay. So I want to recognize just some signs, jumping in, recognizing some signs. Let's talk about how to recognize these signs when you're falling out of love with your business. Maybe you're feeling constant stress, or you're just dread the task that you used to enjoy and get excited for. Maybe you're procrastinating a little bit. I'm guilty of that. It's it's normal. And if you're not seeing your purpose or your fulfillment that you enjoyed once, you need to realize that you're not alone. Like, this happens a lot to people that own businesses. So it's common to feel not having that passion anymore. It doesn't mean that you guys have failed. So just put that in your mind. You guys have not failed in your business. It just means that something needs to change in your business. And so that's how you recognize just some signs that you're in burnout. And I have felt that way in my business for Pure Evergreen for the last 5 months. And it's been hard because I've had to fire myself, rehire myself, and I'm doing changes. I'm taking steps to making this change to fall in love with my business again. So why it's okay to fire yourself. And you could physically just say and mentally just put it in your mind, say, I'm firing myself. So here's the truth. It can actually be liberating when you do say that. We often wear so many hats as a business owner, and you're probably shaking your head. Yes, oh my gosh, all the hats we wear. And, we're just overwhelmed with all the hats, and we need to identify and just step away from some aspects of our business that are not serving your vision, and that can give back your joy of what you do love about your business and what you do what you do enjoy when you're running your business. So really recognizing what is bringing you joy in your business and what is not. Well, I'm sitting out here and watching my dogs, and I'm missing a dog. Hey, Mark, I'm missing a dog. My golden retrievers, they're sitting out front with me, and one of them looks like they decided to go to the neighbor's yard. Um, so remembering you're not firing yourself, it just means you're empowering yourself to realign your role with your passion and strengths. So when you fire yourself, you're just starting over. and you're getting down to the core of what you need. So some steps to fall back in love with your business. So if you're ready to like get that spark back and fall in love again, it's kind of like a relationship and you feel like you need that and finding your passions and your strengths again. Let's figure this out. Let's figure what we can do. So let's figure out the why. Revisit the core reason why you started your business. So what was the reason you started your business? Sometimes reconnecting with your vision and your mindset and your goal for your business can restore like just the excitement again. So what was the reason why you started business? For me, with Pure Evergreen, my reason I started it was after owning a cleaning company, I really saw the need for less products. I saw cleaning companies carry around bags filled with products. And I'm thinking in my head, that's a lot of products to be carrying, a lot of products to remember for training. So if you have staff that you're trying to train for these products, that's a lot to train. And then I was thinking, well, the products they're probably using aren't safe and they're using them in people's homes. Maybe these homes have, these people have cancer, or if they've got children or families with sensitivity to scents, those kinds of things. I had to come back. I had to take a pause moment because my dog was misbehaving. So, back to where we were is when I ran my cleaning business, I just saw a need for less products. I saw a need for natural products that weren't going to cause harm to people. And my goal was just to really not only reach out to cleaning companies to have them simplify their life in cleaning and making it easier for them, but something that was natural that actually worked, because there's a lot of natural products on the market and they don't work. You try them and they say, oh, it says it's all purpose, but it's not really all purpose, because then it says in small print, can't be used on such, and this and this. So I was like, I want to create a product that truly cleans every single thing in the house. And I want it natural, and I want something that I can create for cleaning companies that is concentrate so that they can use that in their homes, and make it easier for training. So that was my motivation. That was my excitement. That was my vision. And from there, I kind of grew it to having other natural products. So having my Swedish dishcloths, which reduces the use of paper towels. And I went one step further and I said, I want to design these because I love designing. It's my passion. I enjoy it. So I designed all of my Swedish dishcloths. And if you don't know what a Swedish dishcloth, it is material made from cotton and wood pulp, 100% natural. And one of them replaces 17 rolls of paper towel. Isn't that crazy? So the Swedish dishcloths, one of them replaces 17 rolls of paper towel. So I was like, that's great. So I'm going to design my own. And from there, I started adding little dryer balls to help reduce static. And you put 3 or more in your dryer, and it circulates and tosses your clothes around without having to use dryer sheets. Dryer sheets puts a coating on your clothes, and then it really doesn't do anything for your clothes. If you could just think about the dryer sheet just in your dryer, just flopping around and not really moving your clothes. And the idea of dryer balls, is that they toss your laundry around, reduce static. And if you have an abundance of pets like I do, then they are miracle workers for getting hair. And then from there, I came up with saving money and I started laundry detergent in a sheet form. So it looks like a sheet. And I wanted a product that was safe. So I had it formulated in Sweden. And from there, it just took off. And so I've added just other little products to my line. So that has been my love, is not only to have a natural cleaner, but to have natural sustainable products to save money and to have in your home. So that was my reason why and my motivation. But this is when it comes to the part that I started getting overwhelmed, is doing my social media and trying to come up with more ads, and just all the back end stuff. I was getting behind, just trying to fill my products and fill orders and just all the back ends. So that's when it comes to delegating or outsourcing. So if you feel like you're draining, like you're drained in the tasks that you're doing, you're just not getting them done, and they're not aligning with what you're good at doing, your strengths. Like if you're good at a lot of things, like I'm good at a lot of things, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to be doing all of them, because that's wearing too many hats and that's where you get drained. So that's when you need to outsource them. So find a virtual assistant. I love my virtual assistant. Sarah's been phenomenal. She's helped me since 2022, and I'm so thankful for her. And she does a lot of my social media for um, designing and stuff like that. And she posts them, and I have her help me with my blogs. She's been amazing. And then I just hired on um, a marketing team called Brand Iron here in Colorado, and they do service all over the US. And they are going to focus on upping my marketing, because that's something I, even though I love and went to school for as well, it's just something that I needed to delegate and have somebody else do so I could still do the things I enjoy in my business and not work 7 days a week. So delegate and outsource if you can find those outsources. Take a step back. So I want you just to think, to take that step back. This last week, I took a step back. I was planning on working on my eyelashes. I got some of my, I didn't work pretty much all last week. I wanted to, but it just seemed like I needed to recharge. I needed to just take a step back. And if you're able to do that, do that. Take a vacation. Plan your vacations with yourself. If you're a business owner, plan your vacations ahead of time, making sure that you take breaks, even if it's stepping outside for a few minutes and just getting a little sunshine or going for a walk. We talked about self-care as being moms and being entrepreneurs, and just women that we overdo it. So finding some time to step back, take a step back. I'm going to be sitting down with my husband later on today, and we are going to plan our camping trips. So giving yourself some space to just recharge and gain a different perspective, um, time away will often provide you clarity and just like this new refined energy. Another thing that I love doing is just innovate and refresh, like have something new, launch a new product, a service, or even tweak your branding. So I'm getting excited because I'm going to be working on my branding with Brand Iron. They're going to be working with me on my brand, and we're going to be doing some tweaking. And I'm working on trying to launch a new aroma and another product. And of course, it takes work, but I'm excited. Like, I feel excited to do this, to give something new and try something new. So, what are some things that you can do? And if you need help coming up with some ideas, if you own a cleaning company or a business, reach out to me. You can send an email to amazingbeautifulyou@gmail.com. Send me a message through Facebook. Reach out to me and let's brainstorm some ideas of what we can do. Cleaning companies, I have a million ideas, so feel free to reach out to me on my Pure Evergreen website. I do have a lot of digital downloads and some ideas to reach out to realtors and just a lot of marketing ideas. So you can go on there and look under digital downloads and check those out too if you want to get some ideas. Celebrating your progress. So a lot of times we don't celebrate our progress, even if it's like a little bit of progress. Celebrate those things. Recognize and celebrate your accomplishments that you have done. So it's like patting yourself on the back, because if you think about it, when you go to work for somebody else, you get recognition. Oh, good job. Even if it's from a coworker. Oh, good job. This is great. You're doing a great job. I really like all your hard work and I appreciate it. Or maybe you have a boss that just really appreciates you and they say, oh, good job. I love how you're doing this and this. And you get that. But being a business owner, you don't have a boss, so having somebody tell you that you're doing good and you're on track is just far and few between. So that's something that you can also do for other business owners, is reach out to them. If you have a friend that owns some businesses, reach out to them and just say, I just admire all the hard work you're doing, and I love what you're doing with your business, and you're doing a great job. Reach out to them and just give them, that pat on the back, that accomplishment. Because so many times, like I said, we as business owners don't get that. So just, you know, recognizing your accomplishments and celebrating those. Embracing change, that's a big one for me, is change and embracing that. We as businesses, we evolve just like we do. We fall out of love, can signal growth, it can call you towards something new and better. So, I could think back when I started my first business, and it was a magazine that I had started, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot from marketing and print advertising, and just I learned a lot. And then from there, I decided to do an online platform for a space locally here in Colorado for families, a resource for families. And I would get businesses to help market and advertise in my online platform. And then I would show up at events and we would do different things. Or I did a camp. That was a big thing. That was fun to do. I did a camp fair. And so I'd have different organizations in March or April, and I'd hold this big event, and people would come out, parents would come out, and then all these places that held camps for kids, different camps like music camp and acting camp, they would come set up a table, and I made it a big resource for families. And then from there, I learned, and I decided to start my cleaning company because I enjoyed cleaning, and I did some cleaning on the side, and that grew. And then from there, I quit that, and then I now run Pure Evergreen. So you don't ever know what God has in store for you, the changes. For all you know, maybe you're being signaled to something new and different and better. So you're always growing within yourself and you're evolving. You find your passions, you reinvent yourself, you reinvent what you're working on, and maybe something different. And you can come back with your passion even stronger. So today we unpacked everything, why it's okay to feel disconnected from your business and how you can reconnect to thrive again and to feel good. Give yourself permission, you guys, to step away or change your role if it's not fitting. So if you are in the marketing role and you feel like, I just can't do this anymore, I'm tired, I don't want to do it, I want to work on something else, give that role up. Pass that hat to somebody else to do, because that's all little baby steps to being successful in your business. So thank you guys for tuning in with me out on this beautiful Colorado day. It's gorgeous outside. If you have a gorgeous day today, take some time to step outside. Take some time to just take it in, listen to all the sounds around you, and breathe, and just embrace today. Embrace your business, embrace your beauty and your growth. And please don't forget to just share my story, share my podcast, and leave a review and download. And if you are on social media, please share my podcast on social media. I would love it. You can listen to us on Spotify and Apple and iHeart and many more. So be sure to join us. And I do have digital downloads that I like to offer if you listen from time to time. So thank you, everybody. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Have a great day.